What's your name?
Joanna.
And are you bilingual?
Yes, I am.
And what languages do you speak?
English and Spanish. A
Okay.
little bit of Portuguese.
Okay. Where are your parents from?
They're from El Salvador. My mom and my dad.
Okay. And were you born in El Salvador?
Yes, I was.
And what age did you come over to the United States?
When I was 3. We went from El Salvador to Guatemala, from Guatemala to Mexico, and then from Mexico to the United States, and we ended up in California.
Wow, you've been everywhere.
Well, I don't remember it, but yeah.
And so in the household, what did y'all usually speak? Did your mom and dad speak English, Spanish?
It was Spanish. We weren't allowed to speak English at home.
Did you like that?
No, we would talk. I have 2 brothers, and we would talk amongst ourselves in Spanish. I mean, in English, sorry.
Okay. And so how long have you lived in the United States? Since you were 3, so for about how many years?
For 20.
And you learning Spanish first, did that affect your education in any way?
No, because whenever they put us in school, it was just English, and we learned Spanish at home. Like how to count and how to write Spanish and how to read it. It was all done at home by my mom, and everything in English in school. We were never in any bilingual classes.
Oh, so in
ESL, whatever it's called, yeah.
So in kindergarten, you weren't putting any bilingual classes to get you into the system?
No.
And were you ever tested to figure out where you where your language was? Like what skill level was your language?
No.
No? Okay. Were you ever being ashamed of being bilingual in school?
No.
And were the majority of your friends, were they with the same, what language did you use with your friends?
English.
And in the community that your parents lived in, was it mostly bilingual people, or was it, did they speak only one language in your community?
We lived in LA, so it was mostly English.
Okay. All right. And what languages do you use more often now?
English.
And what languages do you use? Do you use it for different purposes like school, work?
At work, I use both English and Spanish.
Okay. And at the house?
Both.
And in what situations do you use each one?
At work, I use both. When I get people that don't know any English, then I have to use Spanish. And at home, I have a little boy who's 4, and I'm teaching him both English and Spanish. He started school the same way as me, just English, but he knows both English and Spanish, so I taught to him in both, so he can understand both.
And how has your ability to use those languages changed over time?
Hasn't changed.
You don't think that you've given up some Spanish to learn English, or you're gonna?
No, I think once you learn a language, I think it's very easy. If you learn English, and I don't know.
And in what languages do you dream? Count numbers and think aloud.
Both. I mean, sometimes it's just English. Sometimes I'm talking in English, but I'm speaking in Spanish, and then I'll be talking to somebody, for instance, when I'm talking to you sometimes, and I'll forget, and I'll start talking to you in Spanish. So, yeah, sometimes it's just both.
And has your language proficiency ever been tested? Have you ever been tested in like school to know where you're at? You know, like if you could take classes in English or anything, or if you can academically take classes in Spanish. Have you ever been tested in any way by school system, work?
At work, never. Just they automatically knew. They asked me if I was bilingual. I said yes, and no.
And what has helped maintain or develop your dominant language?
Nothing. I think it's very. To be honest with you, it's like little kids. When you start, if you learn both languages, you just automatically think it's just something normal, something natural. It's not like I don't think it's like when you're older and you go from English to Spanish or from Spanish to English. It's not the same.
And so, like, you don't go to church or anything that helps you like stick with your dominant language?
No.
Okay. You don't think that
once you learn it, you learn it. Especially, and it's probably easier when you're smaller and younger. Because when I came to the United States, I was only 3. So I really didn't have a language set. And when I started school, it was English. And when you're little, you catch it like that. The same with my little boy. He's 4. And as soon as he was born, I started talking to him in English and in Spanish. I guess it was kind of an advantage that I didn't have, but it didn't affect me because I still learned it.
And you don't prefer one language over the other?
No. I like both because they both help you. This is my little boy. Say hi, Diego. Hi.
Okay, well, thank you, Joanna. You helped us learn more about bilinguals.
You're welcome.